A major legal battle involving NewJeans ex-member Danielle Marsh is set to begin on March 26th, as ADOR moves forward with a massive $3.1 billion damages lawsuit against Danielle, her mother, and former ADOR CEO Min Hee Jin. While the legal fight enters a new phase, the central question raised by ADOR appears unchanged: who orchestrated the conflict surrounding NewJeans? Although Danielle chose confrontation rather than remaining with ADOR, the legal battle ahead is expected to be far from easy. Even if she ultimately wins in court, the fact that the company has identified her as a central figure in the so-called NewJeans dispute could weigh heavily on her career. In the fast-moving girl group market, where time between comebacks is crucial, prolonged legal proceedings could significantly limit her ability to continue normal activities. Danielle and her mother have already appointed a legal team, signaling their determination to respond fully to the claims. However, lawsuits of this scale in the entertainment industry typically take years to conclude. During that time, Danielle may face restrictions on promotions and appearances. If the court rules against her in the worst-case scenario, Danielle could be left facing penalty damages of around $30 billion alone. That would mark the largest penalty lawsuit in the history of the Korean entertainment industry. The previous record was $13 billion sought by Attract from 3 former members of 50/50. Legal observers note that the case may not be favorable for Danielle based on earlier court decisions related to the NewJeans dispute. In a ruling last year, the court largely rejected the 5 members' reasons for terminating their exclusive contracts, concluding that none of the arguments presented were sufficient grounds for contract termination. During that process, the court also mentioned that former CEO Min Hee Jin had explored independence from the company. Unless Danielle, her mother, and Min present new evidence supporting claims of wrongdoing by ADOR, their legal position could remain difficult. Another factor making the lawsuit particularly complex is the involvement of an artist's family member as a defendant. ADOR considers Danielle's mother a key collaborator in allegations that Min Hee Jin attempted tampering, a term often used in the industry to describe attempts to lure artists away from their agency. The company claims she played an important role in the group's departure and the delay in their return to activities. According to ADOR, the damages it seeks include losses caused by NewJeans' departure and the delay in their activities. The amount claimed from Danielle's mother and Min Hee Jin combined reportedly totals around $10 billion. ADOR's argument centers on the idea that the movements of NewJeans members were influenced by organized involvement behind the scenes. The key issue in the trial will be whether this alleged mastermind theory can be proven in court. It is extremely rare for a celebrity's family member to be named as a defendant in such a dispute, making the case even more unusual. Among those involved, Min Hee Jin may be facing the most complicated situation. She recently won the first trial in a separate put-option lawsuit which recognized her right to receive approximately $25.6 billion. However, HYBE immediately appealed the ruling. Even though Min Hee Jin has stated she would not accept the money, HYBE has shown no intention of withdrawing the case. As a result, despite winning the initial trial, Min now faces ongoing legal risks. To secure the $25.6 billion payment, she would have to continue the appeals process, while additional lawsuits filed by HYBE and its labels against her reportedly exceed $46 billion in claims. Perhaps the greatest burden for Min Hee Jin is the possibility that responsibility for the NewJeans dispute will be debated in detail during court proceedings. Currently, Danielle, her mother, and Min Hee Jin all place the blame on ADOR. However, there is no guarantee that their positions will remain aligned throughout the legal process. If each party begins to defend themselves separately, the direction of the case could become even more unpredictable. ADOR has consistently maintained that Min Hee Jin designed the situation. By naming all 3 individuals as defendants in the lawsuit, the company appears to be reinforcing a narrative that the dispute was orchestrated behind the scenes. Observers believe ADOR may argue that Min Hee Jin planned the strategy, Danielle's mother helped carry it out, and Danielle stood at the forefront. Both Danielle and Min Hee Jin share one major disadvantage. The longer the legal battle drags on, the more it could harm their futures. Danielle faces potential restrictions on her activities as an idol, while Min Hee Jin could see risks affecting the growth of her new label, OK Records.